Hey fam, I wanted to bring up a topic because I wanted to know what you guys think about that. This certain particular topic, right? I'm working in a store and a customer came in. And I like to talk to people. I get along with almost anybody. If you're friendly and sociable, honey, we gonna be like two peas in a pod because that's just how I roll. I happen to love people, so service in the public is right up my alley. And so people sense that. They can see when you're friendly and they just open up and they talk to you about some of everything. So a customer and I were discussing the generation after us, our children, because she and I were in our 50s, right? And she made some points that I really wasn't thinking about, but she put it to my attention. I'm like, okay, she's right. And she was saying how, speaking of her own children whom she loves, but she was like, you know what? Our children are not resilient like us. They lack a fight in them. She was saying that they cry about everything. They cry and moan and complain about everything when they have so much more than we did when we were their age. And I'm like, that's a good point. And that's very true. She was like, they break down easily. They can't take a lot of stuff. They complain about everything. They think everything should be handed over to them. And I'm like, that is very true. That is quite true. Now, I know a lot of us when we were coming up, we didn't have a whole lot. And so because of that, we overindulge our children. We give them way more than they need because we feel like, oh, I lacked when I was younger, and so let me give them more. But I don't know if that's a good thing. It's always nice to have nice things, but I believe that we ought to teach our children how to be self-sufficient and be strong in this world because things are not always going to go our way. And when you baby them too much and you don't teach them that struggle is real and you will struggle in life, they are going to fall apart so easily. Everything is a trial to them. And some things is just life. Now, don't get me wrong. We go through stuff in life. We know that. And we know it could be hard and trying and difficult. But I think that this next generation, they get depressed easily and filled with fear and anxiety easily. And she was making some valid points. I was like, you know what, sis, you are right. We had none of the things that our children have, and we made it work. Why is the bank so crowded today, y'all? And I just told my daughter, it should be pretty empty today. Lord, it is not. And all I want is a receipt. Okay, let me go this way. Lord have mercy. And it's mad cars on the other side. Okay, good. I'm next over here. Yeah, so what she was saying is true. Now, I think there's balance in everything. Sometimes, the generations, they just get spoiled and they lack morals. And I know it's because we're not teaching them properly. We have to teach our children. When my daughters were young and they got their first jobs, I made sure that they understood that the job that they had, they were going to be taking care of their needs for school with that job. You're not going to just use it and waste it frivolously. You have to learn the value of $1. And the best way to learn the value of $1 is to make it and have to spend it. Then you're going to treasure it a little more. You're going to be more careful with it. And so stuff like that, we must teach our children, family, because our children feel like they have a sense of entitlement. That, oh, I want this and I want that. Can I have this? Can I have that? And see, my daughters are grown. They're in their 30s now. So their children now, they will be worse off than our kids because they are getting even more. Because we grew up our children a certain way, so they're making better money than we did when we were raising them. And so now they want to be giving their children even more. Their children got iPhones and iPads. My children didn't have those things growing up. They didn't have all those things. And we didn't have a computer when we were growing up. So each generation are benefiting from society's, revolution and having more things to make life a little easier for them. Whereas when we were younger, we had to go to the library. We had to use encyclopedias and dictionaries. My daughters, they were able to get on a computer and look stuff up. And I even purchased them one. They had a Dell computer. And now the children nowadays, they got iPads, they own phones. I mean, each generation are getting more and more spoiled. They have access to too much. What if all of this stuff that goes away? What if the system goes down? How will they survive? They don't even have basic skills to just enjoy life without gadgets. So she's right. When she mentioned some of these things of hardships that we had and things that didn't exist, but we had a fun life, but now these kids have it and they still are unhappy, she's 100% correct. Are we raising a bunch of wimps and punks? Just think about it and let me know what you think. Peace, love, and blessings.